For this practice, you can stand tall like a mountain if that is possible for you to do. If you prefer to sit, then make sure that you are upright with your feet firmly on the floor, feeling it beneath you. Gently close your eyes if you are comfortable doing so. Imagine yourself embodying your compassionate self, the part of you that is kind to others, the part of you that is warm. Now notice what you look like when you're your compassionate self. Notice how you talk and communicate with others. Notice what it feels like to treat others with kindness and compassion. Now look at the part of yourself that is suffering in some way. Notice how it feels. Look at this suffering person from the perspective of your compassionate self. Notice what you want for this person. Imagine what you would say to yourself. Imagine how you would treat this struggling person. Now take a seat somewhere that you can do some writing. On a piece of paper or your computer, begin to write a letter to your suffering self from your compassionate self. Write from the perspective of compassion. How do you convey compassion to yourself from this perspective? Remembering that you are a human being with feelings, with strengths and weaknesses. Allow your compassionate self to offer your suffering self a suggestion that embodies the feeling of unconditional understanding and compassion. Infuse your letter with acceptance, kindness, and caring. Pause the audio if you need longer to write your letter. Otherwise, put the letter down. And then come back to the letter later today or tomorrow. And when you read it through, let the words sink in. Feel the compassion pouring into you, letting it soothe and comfort you. Feel the love, connection, and acceptance. So this was a bit of a different mindfulness practice that we did today. It was very informal, right? So there was a little bit of a meditation at the beginning, but then we really transitioned into the compassionate letter writing. And I think it's really good to be able to even transition your mindfulness practice, right, back and forth between formal and informal. And I like this practice of compassionate letter writing because we're often very critical of ourselves when we really should be kind, especially when we are struggling. And this was taken from the research by Kristen Neff, who I've mentioned on the channel before, if you've watched any of the other compassion practice videos. But really this kind of, the research shows that doing this kind of activity, this kind of very mindful, compassionate activity is really, really helpful for calming that inner critical voice and just developing that self-kindness that so many of us lack and is really, really important for our mental health and well-being. So I hope this practice was helpful for you. With a reflection, I'm gonna suggest that you do it in two parts. So right now, I'm just, reflect on what you're noticing, maybe what you noticed as you're writing the letter. And then really importantly, when you go back to read your letter tonight or tomorrow, just reflect again, right? What did you notice as you read it? When we're talking about what are you noticing about your thoughts, feelings, and sensations? What's happening inside you? Okay, everybody, take care.